Hi, I'm Heather with Radical Pleasurist, and I'm going to be continuing my Year to Radical Change series. This is episode 2. Episode 1 can be found on our website, radicalpleasurist.com, in the blog section, as well as on our YouTube channel, Radical Pleasurist. Between August 30th and September 6th of 2018, I attended a powerful and transformative retreat. And Sophia took me on a hike to this local place called Powell Butte and asked me to be her business partner in Radical Pleasurist. I was driving for Uber and Lyft for about 30 hours a week. My daughter Ainsley was in month 10 of recovery from her head injury. And I was also really still kind of struggling with my health in general. So a lot had happened just in those few days. And I realized that I was very desperate for change. I was an overly self-reliant, lonely, exhausted, and untrusting people pleaser. And this Year to Radical Change series is how I shifted from that into a wide open receiver of pleasure, abundance, and joy, and play, and love. So, September 6th. The recording was titled, A Year to Radical Change. Isn't that interesting? Question, what was I doing a year ago? That's a really strong measurement. What was I doing? What am I doing now? Not only to show progress, but show ideas, options, possibilities, the more physical route. Because that previous year was very focused on my physical health and my recovering my physical health. One idea, I'm doing yoga naked. Why am I still wearing some articles of clothing? The window's open, there's fresh warm air, Adrian Yoga for healthy liver is on. My liver needs attention. I've been waking up at 4:30 every morning. My naturopath had taught me that was a sign that my liver was what needed attention. Yoga is part of my path to learning how to get into my body. Now I'm experiencing it in a different way. Last year it was a big old fucking hot mess most of the time, but I had started moving on the regular. Now in 2019, I do yoga still pretty much every day. Movement of some kind, whether it's yoga or dance or yoga and dance are really my two go-tos. Maybe a significant walk. I do intend to start running again soon. I really enjoy high intensity exercise and do intend to get back to that very soon also. But movement of some kind is an integral part of my daily life, and I notice everything feels more challenging when I don't do that and when I let it slide. So I rarely mess around with that. I had another recording on the 6th titled, Master Motherfucking Manifestors, Man. Okay, so the idea that's coming right now is going to sound insane, but I'm going to go ahead and say it because, my ideas from last year are coming true now. I really love how I talk to myself. Anyway, we are going to have a whole bunch of fun, we meaning Sophia and I, that's what this must have been a reference to. We're going to have a whole bunch of fun making a whole bunch of amazing content. It's going to look a whole bunch of different ways in the beginning, and it's going to maybe be kind of messy. I'd like to hope that my vocabulary in general has expanded, but my access to words has expanded. 2019 update. All of that has happened. Sophia and I launched our website. We have over 30 episodes of the Everybody Show. We have weekly blog posts, lots of other live videos on Radical Pleasurist. We launched the Feel Your Body Journey multiple times. We recorded and launched the Connect to Your Body, Speak Your Mind full program. We were accepted to and completed a 3-month women's entrepreneurship program. And that's just some of what we accomplished. So this past year has been freaking epic. Actually, pretty much all of that happened since February. So between February and September of 2019, we did all that. We had a few events too. We had some pretty freaking kick-ass soirees. I'm really pleased with us. All right, so back to the recording for 2018. The things that held me back was that I didn't have all the systems in place. And you, Sophia, have all the systems. I have all these ideas, and I'm just now letting it sink in that I'm the idea person. Why didn't I believe that until just this moment? I have some really good ideas. And then I'm laughing at myself on the recording. And that's still actually a struggle for me. I still have a hard time believing that I am the idea person. And Sophia keeps saying, no, you're fucking brilliant. Please keep coming with the ideas. The inner critic committee is strong. Anyway, okay, back to the recording. I just haven't had anybody to talk to about for a really long time. Some of them will be down the road, some of the ideas will be down the road, and some of them will wonder, oh my God, how can we not do that right this minute? For a little while, we won't make a lot of money, but it'll be okay, because we'll just keep getting everything we need. We'll get lots of sponsorships, and people will start hiring us really quickly, and we're going to get bought out by the Hay House or Mind Valley or something like that. We'll get paid to make beautiful, amazing content and write books and travel and do fun shit. So the 2019 update. Yep, it's true. We haven't made a whole lot of money yet. However, all the momentum and everything we need is in place for that to change really soon. And we haven't heard from Hay House or Mind Valley yet, but you know, we are making beautiful, amazing content. We are doing a lot of writing. We have been doing some traveling. I just got back from a retreat in Utah, and we're both doing lots of fun shit. So pretty much all that is happening. I know the money is on its way. Yeah. All right, back to recording. Yeah, that sounds completely bonkers, but I won't believe I manifested it unless I remember that I already figured this out. We are master motherfucking manifestors, man. I love this so much because so much of this is true. So, and has happened even better than I anticipated in the, in this, it's just kind of hitting me in this moment, actually. Like, it's so funny how hard it is to believe sometimes, but it is true, all of it. All right, September 7th, 2018, titled Climb, Not Carry the Mountains. I keep being reminded that mountains were meant to be climbed, not carried. And just because I have all the ideas doesn't mean I have to do them all myself. Revolutionary. Just because I had the idea doesn't mean I have to be the one to carry it out. Someone else can do it. Do you hear a theme that's a little hard for me to delegate? So maybe now, instead of all those times that all that could come out was tears, because my higher self was so damn frustrated and tired and sad that I was holding it all back. Now it's going to be this laughter that's going to be coming out at random times because I'm figuring it out. I'm really understanding, and it will continue to unfold. And it's true, there were years of my life where literally I just cried all the time. It just leaked out of me. In business meetings, on the bus, watching a commercial on TV, like anything could tip me off. It was fucking miserable. All right, where did I start? I started the day I was born, but there are some good entry points for adults. All right, and now the phase begins of the sifting and the going ahead and sharing wisdom in its current messy form, and it's okay. There will be the people who recognize the gems in it, and there will be the ones who think I'm a big fucking hot mess. It's okay, we'll come back to you. If you need it to be all slick and packaged and perfect, that will happen eventually too. For now, we just need to relax into allowing the hot mess. Allow, allow, allow. It's okay. Oh, all the colors of this flower, all the variations. And I could hear birds in the background in the recording. Listen to the crows. Look at the rose hips. Smell this one. This rose. So pink. Okay, so I'm going to have to be willing to let Sophia see my full messy self. Refine, refine, refine. I have to start somewhere with someone. 2019 update. Oh yeah, Sophia has sure seen my full messy self. I've also built a really incredible support system over the past year and allowed many of them to witness my full messy self too. I love how I talk to myself like, look at these rose hips. That's how easily distractible I am, that even I have to tell myself, look at this now, pay attention. Look how beautiful this rose is. All right. I'm noticing in this moment that I'm really wanting to stop right now. I'm telling myself it's okay, I could stop right now. I don't have to read the rest that I was planning on reading right now. But no, I decided to do it, so I'm going to do it. All right, September 11th, 2018, titled Masculine Ego Death, So Much Good Stuff. Okay, so a realization that I just had while I'm doing earth practice, total body yoga, day 26 with Adriene. You see a theme here? I really love yoga with Adriene, I really do. Okay, I keep being afraid to work because my masculine side essentially died. I killed him. I overdid it to such an extent that when my brain stopped working, when I stopped being able to feel safe driving because I couldn't read signs anymore, and I couldn't remember which way, like in a one-way street, which way I was supposed to be going. I couldn't read books. I couldn't understand the written word. Even things as simple as like a text message would take me forever to read and understand. My brain just didn't work in that masculine fashion anymore. It hasn't all come back. I don't want it all back. So update to now. So maybe I'm being a bit dramatic by saying I killed my masculine energy, but I like to be dramatic, and that's what felt true to me at the time. I believe I forced myself to use so much of my masculine energy by spending years upon years in my zone of excellence instead of my zone of genius, that I had no choice but to completely burn out the masculine so that I was forced to experience what it felt like to be fully in my feminine. Okay, back to the recording. But that's part of why I've been so afraid to get back into real business thing, because I have to turn my masculine back on. But I think that's why driving has been so great and really successful lately, because I've completely been able to drop into my feminine, at least in certain circumstances. So I've been practicing. And I got to have this really cool conversation with a dude. He was telling me how he hired women in nearly all major positions in his company. Lawyer, CPA, all these really smart, amazing, extremely capable women in his business. The money person, marketing person, lawyer, all women. I pointed out that having been a woman who's gotten really far based purely in my masculine energy and burying my feminine energy, I was essentially forcing myself to pretend to be a man in a woman's suit. So he asked me what industries I've been in. Well, I started in the gun industry, then corporate America, then entrepreneurship with a handyman service. I also did network marketing for 10 years alongside all of that. Each of those, like the gun industry job, the corporate America, and entrepreneurship, each of those was for about 7 years. And then I worked for a university for 7 years, and then I was too sick to do anything. So yeah, that's why so much of this feels so unfamiliar, because I'm totally getting in touch with my feminine. Here I am doing yoga on my period and realizing I deserve this hour to myself. I need this hour. It's essential. It's essential. Feeling all these areas where things are getting tighter and more painful, but I'm also feeling this incredible muscle I've built in my core, in my back, in my abs. So yeah, okay, keep practicing. So to now. Fuck yeah, it's essential. An hour a day is only a fraction of my, the full 24 hours. So giving myself at least an hour to do something just for myself, whatever that may be. It might be yoga, it might be meditation, it might be a walk, it might be taking a long bath. Whatever that is, I am so thankful to my former self for how often she did that. High five, former self. I've been doing yoga just about every day since December of 2017, and I don't even enjoy imagining my life without a daily dose. The once in a while that I kind of let it slide, it's not a pretty sight. So I'll try not to give it up. But here's the thing, I started much smaller. I started with like 10 minutes of really gentle Tai Chi. And then when I did start doing yoga, it was 5-10 minutes at a time tops, heavily modified. And then I just kept doing it. And then it was 15 minutes that I could tolerate. And then I was up to 20 minutes pretty regularly. And like, it took me time to get there. But it was so worth it. I'm so glad I did, and it's one of the most important ways that I completely rebuilt my body from the very foundations. So yeah, it's about progress and consistency. All right, back to the recording. The writings and the recordings I'm making now are going to help me distill my thoughts. So this is round 1. Round 2 is listening to it and writing it out and fine-tuning it. Round 3 is sharing it with somebody. Guess what? We're on round 3 right now. Then also, that's going to help me identify what's more important. Which ideas are most important to share? I have limited time. I need to make an agenda. I am a list person. I do like to make lists and agendas. And I need to be completely honest that when I'm trying to approach something that feels very familiar, I'm going to approach it in a different way and feel into what would I have done in the past in this situation? How would I respond? How would I speak? What would I do? Okay. And then I'll ask myself, is that what I want to do again? Because it's familiar. How did that turn out for me? Is that really what I want? Or do I want to do something different? Let me see what else is available to me. Okay, so now what I want to say about this is that I really love having an idea of menu of options. I'm always talking to people about, oh, on the menu tonight is this, 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 and this. And even to myself, what's on the menu for myself right now? And by the fall of 2018, I had been practicing body tracking and feeling messages and releasing the shackles of pleaserhood for about 9 months. I had built a really robust toolbox to draw from so that rather than just running on autopilot, I could make a conscious choice about how I wanted to respond rather than react. And back to my recording. Then there's this idea of what level of detail people actually want. I know there are times when I've said, just tell me step by step what to do and I'll do it. Give me the recipe and I'll do it. Do I want to give people that recipe? Or has that already been done? How much market research do I really want to do? Or do I just go? I think I've done enough market research. That's what the past couple of years have been, market research. I'm right on the cusp. I have to keep trusting. I have to keep having confidence that the people who love me have confidence in me. They do. I just have to give them the opportunity to tell me that they do. I know from the outside, maybe it looks the same. My house is still a mess. I'm still driving a car for a living. I can't take time off because I have to drive. But it's allowed me all this space so that at 10:20 on a Tuesday afternoon, I'm not in some office. I'm in my apartment, setting my own schedule, making my own plans. And it feels strong and powerful and scary. And I can see where it'd be really easy to stop, and I don't want to stop again. And this is where I started crying. I don't want to stop myself anymore. It's okay to share imperfectly. This is all practice. This is all practice. This is all practice. It's all in service to my higher good. I'm crying some more, and I'm groaning. And then I ask, is this awakening porn? It feels sort of gross. And then I cry some more. And then I said, but if my sharing allows other people to feel safe, opening their arms to their sadness and their fear, we can't run away from those things anymore. Running away from them causes much more pain eventually. Just go ahead and feel the feelings. As I resist feeling feelings right now in this moment, one of the things that I did become aware of back then is when I allowed myself to feel my feelings as they arose, rather than push them away, is that when I did, they flowed through much more smoothly. Like I'd feel the roundness and the fullness of the sensation, of the experience, of the feeling. I would feel it in every cell of my body. Like I'm kind of touching into the grief of when my dad died and what that felt like. So like, this is a practice. This is the time to practice feeling all this. I'll feel it now. I noticed the fullness of it. And then what I recognized is when I pushed away or stuffed down my feelings, something about that made them more jagged. Something about that kind of broke the feeling so they came back. When it came back again, it was more jagged. And every time I would push it away or stuff it down, it would get sharper and sharper so that every time it came back, it hurt more and more and more. Yeah. All right, so almost done. Okay, so one of the things I keep reading, these people really resonating with me, Breathe Beloved and Jeff Foster. I need to go read their origin stories because them sharing what they're doing now is really powerful and it affects me. But it makes me wonder, what does it really look like? Give me examples. Or is poetry the only way we can speak once people reach a certain vibration? Is that part of the reason why I struggle so much with verbal and written communication? Because I want to write in metaphor and flowers, and it keeps coming to me in analogies and visuals and metaphors? How could I explain this to my daughter? That's a really powerful series right there. Messages from my daughter. Why do people make those fucking videos when they're dying? Fuck that. Leave all their wisdom for the end? No, I'm alive. She's alive. Let's share it now. Am I channeling? I don't know. No, it's my higher self. And the exercise I intend to do will be opening me up. So this is perfect. Keep documenting, keep documenting. Don't worry about the next step. Just do step one. Step one is make the recordings. Step two, if possible, listen to and type them out the same day or a year later, whatever works. Okay, let's go back to yoga. I'm 10 minutes in. It doesn't take much, much to open shit up, man. All right, so there we are. That's what I was saying in September of 2018. Yep. Thank you for joining me. I hope you have a radically pleasurable day. I know I will.